In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NBA preseason games happening on October 8, 2023, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 2 picks for each game, 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 NBA preseason games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start: if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Indiana Pacers vs. Memphis Grizzlies. The Indiana Pacers and Memphis Grizzlies meet Sunday in NBA preseason action at the FedEx Forum. The Grizzlies are 2-5 against the spread in their last 7 Sunday games and 3-8 against the spread in their last 11 games overall. The under is 7-2 in Pacers' last 9 Sunday games. The under is 4-1 in Grizzlies' last 5 overall. The Pacers are 4-11 against the spread in the last 15 meetings in Memphis and 0-4 against the spread in the last 4 meetings. The Memphis Grizzlies are going to get the benefit of the doubt because they're at home, but they'll also be without Morant and Jackson Jr. That alone makes the Indiana Pacers attractive in the underdog role. There's a lot of moving parts for the Pacers, but they have a health advantage at least. There's value with the road dog in this spot, so the Indiana Pacers to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. The Indiana Pacers won 35 games last year and enter the 3rd year under coach Rick Carlisle. The Pacers haven't made the playoffs since 2019 to 2020. The Pacers are hoping the additions of Bruce Brown and Obi Toppin are enough to end the postseason drought. Tyrese Halliburton is coming off his best season yet and is blossoming into a young star guard, while Miles Turner continues to be a productive big man. The question is what the Pacers do with Buddy Hield and if he's truly going to be traded. The Pacers have nice pieces in place, but it is fair to question if it's enough in what's become an improved East over the years. The Memphis Grizzlies won 51 games last year, have made the playoffs in each of the last 3 years, and enter the 5th season under coach Taylor Jenkins. The Grizzlies said goodbye to Dillon Brooks and added Marcus Smart and Derrick Rose. Smart brings the defense and toughness Brooks brought, while Rose could be a pleasant veteran mentor to Ja Morant, who will be suspended the first 25 games of the season. A trio of Morant, Jaren Jackson Jr., and Desmond Bane is good enough to put them in the convo to come out of the West. Adding Smart and getting a healthy Steven Adams could provide the depth to get them over the top. Even with Morant missing time, the Grizzlies will have their say come playoff time, as the core of this team aren't babies anymore. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Sacramento Kings vs. Toronto Raptors. The Sacramento Kings and Toronto Raptors meet Sunday in NBA preseason action at the Rogers Arena. The Sacramento Kings are coming off 48 wins and their first playoff berth since 2005 to 2006, and they enter the 2nd year under coach Mike Brown. There were a lot of transitions for the Kings this season, but nothing to really write home about. Chris Stewart is a decent pickup, Jeremy Lamb provides experience, and JaVale McGee is nice big depth off the bench, but for the most part, the Kings are going to go as far as the core that led them a year ago. De'Aaron Fox, Harrison Barnes, and Domantas Sabonis is the trio that will lead the Kings, with Malik Monk off the bench. The Kings haven't made the playoffs in back-to-back seasons since Rick Adelman was head coach. That should change this year. The Toronto Raptors won 41 games last year, missed the playoffs, and now begin the Darko Rajakovic era. The Raptors haven't missed the playoffs in back-to-back seasons since 2011 to 2012. The Raptors moved off of Fred VanVleet and are injecting youth with Grady Dick, Mohamed Ugay, Marquise Noel, and Makur Maker. The 2 veterans the Raptors brought in were Dennis Schroeder and Garrett Temple. The Raptors still have their talented trio of Og Anunoby, Scotty Barnes, and Pascal Siakam, and that gives them a fighting chance in the East. However, the Raptors still feel like they're a player or 2 away, and maybe that's why they were linked to Damian Lillard last month. Still, the Raptors should fight for a playoff spot in the East this season. The Raptors are 3-0-1 against the spread in their last 4 Sunday games and 9-4-1 against the spread in their last 14 games overall. The under is 8-3 in Kings' last 11 overall. The Kings are 3-8-1 against the spread in the last 12 meetings. The over is 4-0 in the last 4 meetings. meetings in Toronto and 6-2 in the last 8 meetings. The Sacramento Kings have a thing of finding success in games that don't count, whether preseason or summer league. However, the Raptors have a ton of rookies fighting for playing time, and those are sort of the teams I like in the preseason. Also, this is a rare chance for Vancouver to catch a game live, so I'd like to believe the Raptors will want to put on a show for fans who don't get this chance often. So the Toronto Raptors to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The Kings are coming off their first postseason appearance in nearly 20 years and were eliminated by Golden State in 7 games. Second-year head coach Mike Brown unlocked All-Star De'Aaron Fox's potential as Sacramento led the league in offensive efficiency. All-Star Domantas Sabonis averaged 19 points per game to go along with a league-best 12.3 rebounds. Kevin Huerter and Keegan Murray do a nice job of spacing the floor, while Malik Monk provides plenty of scoring punch off the Sacramento bench. The Toronto Raptors have been one of the most underrated teams the last few seasons, but enter this year looking to replace head coach Nick Nurse. Darko Rajakovic inherits a team that finished in the middle of the pack in offensive and defensive efficiency. All-star Pascal Siakam is Toronto's most explosive offensive weapon and led the team in scoring with a career-best 24 points per game. The Raptors lost Fred VanVleet in free agency to Houston and will count on versatile Scottie Barnes to be more of a decision-maker on offense. Despite off-season rumors, Anunoby stayed put and is an elite perimeter defender for the Raptors. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Utah Jazz vs. Los Angeles Clippers. The Utah Jazz and Los Angeles Clippers meet Sunday in NBA preseason action at the Stan Sheriff Center. The Jazz are coming off a 37-win season and enter the second year under coach Will Hardy. The Jazz haven't missed the playoffs in back-to-back years since 2015 to 2016. There's a lot to like about the Jazz youngish core of Colin Sexton, Jordan Clarkson, and Lauri Markkanen. But the addition of John Collins certainly speeds up the rebuild. The Jazz also brought in Baylor star and first-round pick Keon George, and he should see the floor as a backup point guard. The Jazz are way ahead of a normal team that recently traded away their 2 stars, and I wouldn't be shocked if this group snuck into the playoffs this season. The Clippers won 44 games last year and were bounced in the first round. The Clippers enter the 4th year under coach Tyronn Lue and hope to right some wrongs. Outside of losing Eric Gordon, the Clippers are pretty much the same team from a year ago, led by a trio of Russell Westbrook, Kawhi Leonard, and Paul George. The addition of Kenyon Martin Jr. is nice depth, as he's coming off a productive season with the Rockets. Rookie Cope Brown is a versatile player who can do a lot of things well and has gotten better with his outside shot. Still, overall, the health of Kawhi and Paul George will determine if the Clippers are going to once again be a talented disappointment or a title contender. After decades of struggle and recent years of blown opportunities, the Clippers are due for something to finally go their way. The Jazz are 6-2 against the spread in their last 8 Sunday games and 6-1 against the spread in their last 7 games overall. The over is 14-4-1 in Jazz last 19 overall. The over is 7-1-1 in Clippers last 9 overall. The Jazz are 1-6 against the spread in the last 7 meetings in Los Angeles and 5-2 against the spread in the last 7 meetings. The Clippers are the better team on paper, but they're also a veteran team that knows what they have to do. The Clippers also have injury-prone players, so they're going to manage themselves in these games. The Jazz are younger and still eager to prove themselves, and these are spots where it starts to really build something. The Jazz are one of those teams that can do damage in the preseason, so the Utah Jazz to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. The Jazz finished last season with a 37-45 record and were placed on the 12th place of the West. They were 23-18 at home, 47-33-2 against the spread, and 47-34-1 in over-under. They are coming off a road defeat against the Los Angeles Lakers with a 117-128 score, beating the odds. Lauri Markkanen led the team both in scoring with 26 points per game and in rebounding with 8.6 per game. Jordan Clarkson added 21 points per game, 4 rebounds, and 4.4 assists per game. The Jazz scored 117 points per game offensively while allowing 118 points per game defensively. They had a 47.3% field goal percentage and a 35.4% three-point percentage. The Clippers finished last season with a 44-38 record and were placed on the 5th place of the West. They had a 21-20 road record, 40-42 against the spread, and 40-42 in over-under. They are coming off a road defeat against the Phoenix Suns with a 130-136 score, beating the odds. Paul George led the team in scoring with 24 points per game, adding 6.1 rebounds and 5.1 assists per game. Kawhi Leonard added 24 points per game and 6.5 rebounds per game. The Clippers averaged 110.5 points per game offensively and allowed 110.5 points per game defensively. They had a 46.7% field goal percentage and a 37.6% three-point percentage. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.